Hi everyone. I have a friend who was just starting to learn single note solo, and he's learnt his first position pentatonic shape and was asking me what next. Now there are a number of directions you could go, but to my mind the best next step is to start making music with it, and so I thought that would be a good subject for a video and do something a little bit different to the crazy fingerstyle stuff that I always seem to do. So anyway, what I thought I'd do is, instead of just showing you the pattern, and there are plenty of sites out there that have the pattern charted and everything, will show you how to finger it. I thought I'd leave that alone and just play it over a few chord sequences. So if I played it over in a minor key, in a blues, in a major, and then at the end I thought I'd give you a slightly different way of playing it over a major scale as well, something that gives it a bit more of a different colour and something that I use myself. So let's get on with it.
This is a shape I'm going to be using. Hopefully it's familiar to you, and it's the basic pentatonic shape that most people know. It's also the only shape that I'm going to be working with throughout this whole video.
So I'm going to keep the backing track simple and just play a chord and grab it on my looping pedal. If you can do that, great. Otherwise, find a way of recording yourself, because you really need to hear the scale in the context of the harmonies that you're going to play against. Or alternatively, there are plenty of sites out there that have backing tracks as well, so use one of them. So let's start with a minor key. In this example I'm going to play against B minor, so what I do is I line up the pentatonic shape so the black notes in the charts I'm going to show you are on a B note. So there are the B notes that I'm going to play, so there's the pentatonic shape that I'm going to play on the 7th fret. So let's try it out.
Just take your time and explore how each note sounds against the chords. There's no right or wrong way to do this, you just need to see what sounds good to you.
Let's move on to the major scale then. With the major scale you use a different set of notes as to find the key. In this case I'm going to be playing an E major, so I need to play these notes. These are the E notes, so I line the scale up so my first finger's on the 9th fret and the little finger's playing the E notes on the bass. Let's give that a go.
Again, take your time and explore the notes. You'll probably find that the notes sound quite different this time because you're playing against a different backing track, even though you're playing exactly the same shape. That's really the kind of thing that I want you to explore.
Okay, let's do the blues this time. So with the blues, what we do is I'm going to be playing over the same chord sequence as I did for the major. So it's in E again, but I'm playing E blues, not E major. With the blues, you play against the chords as though it was in a minor key. So I line it up as I did against a minor key, so that means my first finger needs to be playing an E note on the low and the high strings. So I'm up on the 12th fret. Let's give that a go.
The note should feel really quite different this time because the blues contain some dissonances that just aren't present in the previous applications. Again, you need to just explore this, find out where those dissonances are. The other thing you can do is to use the major position as well and switch between the major position and the blues, and you can get a nice contrast in colours by doing that.
Finally, I said I'd show you a slightly different way of lining up against a major chord. So what this does is it brings out, especially brings out major 7th type harmonies. So I'm going to be using D major 7th as my chord. And what I'm doing this time is I'm lining up against a note that isn't actually part of the pentatonic shape. So a D is just there on the B string. And what I do is I line up so my first finger is 1 fret behind that D, so it's actually playing the C sharp. So I'm up on the 14th fret because I'm playing in D major, but there's my pentatonic. Let's see what that sounds like.
Again with this, there's no reason why you shouldn't switch between this particular position and the other position that you can play against the major pentatonic.
So there you have it. Hopefully that was useful to some of the beginners out there. If you want me to do more of this beginner type stuff, just let me know. There's a few different areas that I could explore. But next week I thought I'd get back to some of my fingerstyle stuff again. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.